do and say to get
And
there.
so then,
is
therefore,
what she's
you
gonna
can
do.
ask her to do whatever because she knows she has to work that much harder.
That is
so
another
it's
angle.
It's cyclical.
Yes.
So
And then she tries to assert herself. She's an angry black woman.
Immediately.
Yes.
So it's on every side. So because there are a lot of different fields, industries. There are arts, there's education, right? There's law.
And then being a woman is difficult. I mean, I find that when I'm out with my male counterparts and colleagues, that I always have to walk a fine line. If I'm talking to a colleague who can like mentor me or show me something or get me a contract or put me into a new field or industry, I've got to kind of walk this line where I got to make him think he might can get it, but don't give it to him.
Right.
But I can't let him know, no, you never gonna get it, because then I'm kicked out. So I want to flirt with you because I think that you're very sexual. I mean, I've had white attorneys tell me straight up, well, you know, y'all black women, y'all like it all the time. White women ain't like that. They hardly do things. You know, y'all like it all the time.
Jesus.
I wish I had a black woman because my white don't hardly. That is what they think.
So even in the corporate realm, there's still the sexual fantasy.
Sexual fantasy of a black woman. Oh, absolutely.
So and you're saying that what you choose to do is you choose to when it works, you will run the sexual.
I walk a line.
How many
like,
else?
you know, I don't smack his hand,
Right.
but I don't give in either. So I have to kind of walk this line, like, you know, maybe one day you might get it, but then I don't let you come up. You know, you can't disrespect. You can't be touching on me or whatever. So it's like a very fine line, because if I did what I wanted to do, was say like, look, you never.
Right.
I'm here for business, and you don't say that to John and Tom and Dick or whatever. Let's talk business. Then I'm shut up.
But I love that approach. I mean, you're making a decision to that it works for you, and not all of us feel like we can do that, right? So that's part of being unleashed, is that I want to get the promotion, I want to get the contract, I want to be in that next position. How far are we willing to go? How far are we willing to go?
So you lean in close enough to let them smell your perfume, but not let them touch you.
But I think it's the plight of a black woman in the workplace, right? You are the angry black woman.
No matter what.
You are the no matter what. You are the vixen and you are the angry black woman.
So that's the only two positions.
Those are the only two positions we play. It doesn't matter your accolades
Or what
it
they
doesn't matter
see.
your
That doesn't mean that's who
credentials.
we are. That's what they see. Yes.
It doesn't matter your accolades. It doesn't matter your credentials. That is what you project to them. So you have to juggle those roles and those opportunities based on your circumstance. So my counterbalance role is I'm a quiet one in the room. If you know me personally, I'm not very quiet at all. But what my thing is, I come in and I sit and I look. You've already assumed that I don't know anything, but you don't know all the letters I have behind my name.
Right.
And I'm gonna let I sit, I let you talk, and you go around, and you've already assumed that she's not very bright. And then I come in, and I have the sucker punch that changes the entire meeting, that steals everything and gets steered my way. Everything is now flipped over. The one you completely discounted is now leading everything because I snuck up on you. But I'm sitting here all the time, but you didn't pay attention to me. So I've learned how to take that, oh, you're going to overlook me, and play it to my advantage. But you have to have multiple strategies to engage because that's who you are. So you assert yourself, you're angry. You're articulate, but why are you raising your voice? I'm speaking on something. Absolutely. You know,
Calm down.
If you gesture, calm down.
Right. Or animated.
Right.
So if you're frustrated.
So these things that are innate, it's a part of your personality and how you engage.
Yeah.
But if you're able to come back and you know,
You know, so I love that, Natalie. You have strategy.
Yeah.
So that's our way to survive, because you know, the woman who just shuts down and decides to stay in the angry black woman place, or decides to be this vixen, you know, really still doesn't necessarily get you what you want. But if you have these strategies, that may get you closer to what you want. Okay, so I'm gonna take chestnut checkers.
Absolutely.
Right.
What I've learned to do with my boss, I have
a female white boss, and love her to pieces sometimes. But they expect for me to be this angry black woman because I'm very outspoken. I say what I have to say. What I've learned to do is to never be disrespectful.
That's right.
So I say what I have to say. I'm never disrespectful. And when I walk out the room, I'm always like, okay, so is there anything else you need? All right, you have a good day. And I'm smiling and I walk out the door and she's like, oh, we're fine then, right? Or if something happens and she pissed me off, I say what I have to say. And then she'll come back and she'll come in and she'll say, are we okay, Lakita? And I say, oh, we're great. It doesn't bother
So you don't give her the angry black woman.
Never. But I say what I have to say. I'm very direct. And then she'll say, I know I'm a bitch sometimes. And I say, you are absolutely a bitch sometimes, but it's okay. I'm a bitch too.
Yeah.
So we're both a bitch together sometimes.
We can be.
And so she's just like, but it's because I've created a specific kind of relationship with her where my forwardness, me being open, but me not being disrespectful and an angry black woman kind of makes her feel okay.
So those are the labels.
Right.
I think it's the roles in the relationships that we play, and how we play them is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And we have to make them think that they are coming up with that idea, or that it's them who making the final decision when it's all along us. I mean, even in relationships, sometimes you have to do that when it's in an intimate relationship. You have to make your guy think that it's all about him and that he's the one that's coming up with the idea, but you're the one that's making the moves behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's called marriage.
It's the same thing in work relationships.
Right.
It's all the same.
Yeah. So then when is it okay to come off stage?
Yeah.
Where is the space that you can actually not have to manipulate
When
the
you have
situation?
your you time.
And that's
No, I think that you have to understand that that's what it is, but you have to respond differently. Because, that's the nature of the game, what you're saying, and that's the reality.
those are for me, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, is there something else I need to say? Take 5. So I think that's the nature of the game, but that doesn't mean that you don't move forward with what you believe to be right, but you know that that's what it is.
Well, part of it too is that if we're always on for someone, all those hats that we wear, you guys probably had a questionnaire that had something to do with all the hats you wear, right?
Yes.
All the hats that we wear, you have to find this time to be you, right? It's not what you do, it's who you are. So we talked about labels, and I want to share something with you guys. Discovered, did not know this term existed. But I'm so glad that I found it because I love saying this word. You may know what this is?
I am
back
to
to
the
the
core.
Oh my gosh, right? So Sophistiratchet. So it reminded me of, it's more of an elevated term. Would you say?
It's like ghetto
fabulous. No, now we're sophistiratchet. And it reminds me of this other term that we are so dear. Our professional roughneck. Now he is so acceptable.
He's fine most of the time.
A professional roughneck. I know you can handle yourself in the boardroom, but you're making some dollars. But this chick here, we don't like her, right? So I'm going to read this.
I love her.
Sophistiratchet, a person of highly educated pedigree, academically, socially, and otherwise, that is fluent in the various forms of public etiquette. She knows how to be on and off. Yet is equally knowledgeable of the latest trap music, updated on most prime-time ratchet cable programs, and conversant in the tongue of ratchet. This chick, we know.
Yes.
But I don't think we see her in the same light that we see. Thank you.
Are you like, oh my God, am I sophisticated?
Let me confirm.
You are. Yes. Also, to the ratchet.
That's a new term, right? Sophistiratchet, our side chick baddie.
If you can whip and nay anybody in here, just so you know, that's what.
And then our professional roughneck. This was the man that we wanted, right? He can handle himself on the streets. And then he can go and work and make some money. A person who has climbed the corporate ladder yet has street smarts, with rough edges. The professional roughneck could easily be a hustler on the street, but makes his living on Wall Street.
Yeah.
He can hang out with his boys on the corner and those in the boardroom.
Yes.
Either way, being smart affords him both opportunities. So, double standards. He is loved and adored.
Yes, he is loved and adored.
And she is like, ooh, who wanted this? Ooh, am I? Who necessarily want to claim this? So where is she? Have we met her?
I guess she's me.
We're all, I think all of us
all
are saying
of us.
that's us. Oh my God. But nobody would think that outside of here.
Right.
Because I call it sophisticated rache.
I think it's called code switching. And whatever we name it, you know, it's code switching. And that's why I guess I don't look down at sophisticated rache.
Sophisticated rache.
Sophisticated rache. Yes, I don't look down on it because I actually think that code switching is I think it's an asset.
Just go back to
I think it's an asset.
strategy, right?
Yeah.
It goes back to strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I choose.
And roles.
And I think the knowledge of knowing that that's what I am, I have the ability to choose, like what faith I want to give you.
Absolutely.
You know. But I also kind of agree with Kat when she was like, well, I mean.
Masquerade.
Oh, masquerade. When she was like, well, when do you have an opportunity to like just be you? Because I do think the ratchet, the code switching gets tiring sometimes. And I find myself like I work in an industry where I don't have to be where my crap, like my community changes often. But I remember when I was at one place I had to work there for 6 weeks, and I was the only black face, which normally happens a lot. But I remember feeling tired. I remember wanting to just go home and people not understanding why, but it was because like I don't want to be on for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like the code switching is great. I think it's an asset, but I do think that you get tired of it too.
Oh, what you see is what you get from me. Honestly, I figured out a way. You have to love this person and the skin that I'm in, and that is it, and that is all. So although I am educated at a Big Ten, predominantly white institution, you know, I know how to get down with the get down, and that's what it is. And so I'm this person. I can be articulate, and I am articulate, but I'm gonna meet you where you are, and I'm gonna need you to honor that space. So I have, you know, I'll have one supervisor say, "Oh my gosh, you speak so well! Like you, the way that you connect with the students, like that is something that I would never be able to do." But this is the same Showtime. That's what it is. I am the same person.
Say that to me, like, oh my God, we're in the middle of the interview. You are so articulate.
No,
I want to say, like, what the fuck you mean? I'm so
It's such a
well spoken. I get well spoken a lot. It's like, what did you expect?
what am I supposed to be?
Right.
Or no, or you don't sound like a black girl.
So
I've never got that.
Oh, especially because of my government name. Yes, that one. That one.
So that's interesting you brought that up, because I was hired, my first job was not LSH. But my first job out of college, those who know me personally are familiar with this story. I was hired based on my resume. So my first name, I won't call it government, it's not a ethnic name. And so when I met my boss for the first time, she said, "Oh, I thought you were," she happened to be a sister, so it was cool that she said this. "I thought you were a white girl. And I thought you were a white girl because of everything on paper." So I was not hired because I was me, black girl who went to HBCU in Atlanta. I was hired because of my name.
Documents.
Yeah, I was hired because of my name. And so I do think that there are these variances. There's when you pick up the phone and you're talking to a client and they meet you in person and they say, if they're cool, will say, "I thought you were somebody white."
Right. All the time. All the time.
Or being hired because you're black.
Or being
Now
hired
that we know
because
that
you're black.
we do have to bring you in.
Look
Look at this resume, and you're black.
Yeah.
Look at the package.
So they were bonus with me. They were bonus with me. And so here's